to the Director of Football, Journeyman. We start our new season with Dorogi in the OTP Bank Liga, aka the top division of Hungary. We are back, as you saw in the last episode. Today we're going to go through the transfers we've made, and we're going to have our first game of the season against the team who got promoted with us, Shakvari. Don't know why their name. I stumbled on their name for a second there. But before we do that, we are going to look and see where we're expected. Well, I suppose we'll look and see what's expected of us by the board. So the board want us to avoid relegation. As you can see, I'm currently doing a course. It's not completed. We're going to be finished that in May next year. So we'll have a Continental Pro license. It's going to be fruity. So the board want us to avoid relegation. The media expect us to finish 5th, which is a bit of a difference to just avoiding relegation. The other team promoted last season with us expected to finish bottom, with MTK and Depression as the rank outsiders for the league. We do have the mask in the Dream 11, which is interesting that he's the best left winger in the league, even though he's a striker. But we'll see how things go. Transfer wise, as you can see here, there's still a lot of things going on. We have a player who we're trying to get in on loan from Spartak Moscow, Ivan Nagorny. I'm not going to show him to you unless we actually get him. But we do have 2 players that are joining us in January. We have Isa Musa, who is a winger, a Ghanaian winger. Okay, this is going to be difficult. We've already hit our max for foreign players. But he's been doing well for the last 3 seasons in Ghana. He's decent. We needed a right winger, so thankfully the Director of Football has done that, but not great. So someone's going to lose out in January. And then we have Jesper Lindström, who is a central midfielder. Probably our strongest part of our team. But we are bringing him in on a free as well. To be fair, he looks quite good. Good finish. He could play as the box-to-box as well. Although his teamwork's not great. Composure and natural fitness is quite good. So he could play as a striker as well, if we needed him to. Musa has a cap for Ghana. Lindström has not played for the Danish first team, but he has 421 caps. It's more than I have. So, and in terms of players coming in, we did sign pretty much everyone that was on loan last year on permanent contracts. I think pretty much all of them are in the club favourite personnel. So I think the Director of Football went out because I think the fans were calling for pretty much all of them to be signed. I remember anyway when Fernandez signed, or when he was being touted as signing, it came up saying that the fans really wanted him to sign, so he has. We've paid 425k for him. So Videoton have made a bit of a profit on the 18k they paid for him and never actually played him in the first team. To be fair, he did spend the last 2 seasons on loan with us. We also brought in Lorenzi for 700k, which is the most expensive transfer we did. He had a very good season last year, so hopefully he can continue that. Again, Videoton never actually played him in their first team, and they've made a tidy little profit on him. So, Director of Football really gone out and splashing the cash. Poljak came in from Bosnia. To be fair, look at this graph. Look at this graph. To be fair, I think that's when he signed. It was in the middle of June. So all of this, for some reason, says that he doesn't exist. We had no knowledge of him, and suddenly, bam, 4-star. So he's coming from Sarajevo. Had a good season last year, and we paid 5.7 or 575k for him. So we're really spending a lot of money. I'm sitting here kind of watching the director of football making all these signings, kind of going, can we afford this? And Kirko Babic comes in after his good season last year, 325k. You know, I'm slightly worried about finances, but he dipped into the loan market, then brought in Savatsky to be a backup right back, I'm guessing. He's fine. I think Dunjerski is probably going to continue playing as the number one. This guy, he's fine. He's acceptable. Then Gabriel Henrique is a 20-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper, super determined. Looks okay. His distribution's not great. His reflexes are quite good, and his handling is good. Kicking is meh, throwing is meh. His first touch is 4, so a little eccentric, but he's a handy little backup goalkeeper for the season, I think. Borsoi is probably going to be a little annoyed that he's... I don't know, Borsoi and Henrique are going to fight over second choice. And then he brought in Semenov from Spartak Moscow as well. So he must have spent a bit of time in Russia recently, because the two offers came in around, they were a week apart. So he must be on holiday in Moscow. He looks quite good. We're not overly flush with too many centre backs, so the fact that he's brought in a new one is quite good, because we have Fernandez, what you doing, Zulcic, who I'm not a huge fan of, and Toth, Giorgio Toth. So having an extra centre back in there, it's nice to have, and we might have that other extra centre back coming in. So it could be that we've players that we could get rid of. In terms of the outs, these two lads you already knew about. We sent a bunch of players out on loan that I don't really care about. Then Pushkas left us. Pushkas has gone off to BFC Siofok at 43,500. So yeah, nice bit of money off him, because we did pay nothing for him. But after those 2 seasons that he had with us while I was manager of Lombard, Pápa, Termál, I really wanted him to come back and play. He went out on loan last year. I intended on having him as a backup player this year, but he decided he didn't want to do that, so he is gone. And other than that, there's not really any the other 2 players that went out on loan. It's not no major players left. In terms of released players, we lost Radish Zatmari, another player who I had at Lombard Pápa Termál that I wanted to keep around. Ruiz, one of the backup goalkeepers, Nandor Tamash, Popovic, and that's pretty much it really. Popovic leaving was a little disappointing. He was a handy backup player, but alas, he has left us, and there's not much we can really do about it now. Nandor Tamash has gone back to Romania for the first time since he started his career. So, and he's playing in the same division. Again, another player we had at Lombard Pápa Termál, who was exceptional in the 2 seasons we had him, then came to us last season and it was a step too high. But this is how we start the first game of the season. It's a very familiar 11. The only changes, we've Polyak in goal, Dunjerski and Kovic is starting at left back because Kirko Babic is injured, and Chile also picked up an injury, so we're without them. Actually, both Chiles picked up injuries, so neither of them start this game. Toth and Fernandez as our centre backs, with Fugete and Kleber as our centre midfielders. Osmialic, because we don't really have a right-sided option other than him. Milchon is going to play on the left. It's putting Tamas on the bench because I want to see if Milchon can have his breakthrough season this year. And Lorenzi in behind the mask. I've given Burzy number 3 because I said, fuck it, why not? I enjoy giving strikers weird numbers. And I think number 3 is probably the most normal weird number to give a striker. But the team is very familiar to what we had last year. We have no debutants starting the game. We do have two on the bench who could make their debuts today, whereas there is goalkeeper, 2 of the defenders and 1 of the strikers making their debut today for Satkvari. Matej Katona, just one quick mention. The director of football offered him a contract and he turned us down, which I found interesting, that Katona turned us down. So I want to see him suffer this year. He's not very good. He has spent quite a while playing in this division, but he's not that good of a player. So that being fresh in your mind, hopefully we can prove with our completely changed left side for this game. And one of their players is starting with an injury. I'm really hoping that the left side starts off well, but we've 3 minutes in got a penalty. So Kleber is going to step up to take it. I'm pretty sure he's going to continue. Yeah. Kleber boshed it in the back of the net. Bish bash bosh. Kleber puts us 1 up. And we don't need to see the penalty again because it's a penalty. It was Osmialic got us the penalty, and as I mentioned, he picks up a knock. Again, like I said, on the right, a position we don't have a huge amount of strength in depth. So I think Tamas Kiss is going to have to come on for him. It says he can play through it, but oh, the mask, what an individual goal. He picked that up in our box, ran the entire length of the pitch and scored. It started back here from their corner. He turns his man, then does it again, and then just beats the keeper at the near post. We have a long throw, doesn't get anywhere. Osmialic. Why is Osmialic on the left side of the pitch? Kovic, Kleber. Oh, Kleber's done has juked him. Fugete, it's pinballed around and Osmialic has scored. I don't think anyone who touched the ball there had any idea what was going on. So we'll have to see this again. So what happened? Kleber brings it back to Fugete, who then pings it, and it just smashed off one of their players and then hit Osmialic. Just kind of pinged in the poor keeper, Tajti. He didn't stand a chance. We scored twice in 2 minutes. I think Osmialic is probably going to want to play through that injury with the way he has started this game. The biggest issue I have is I don't know who we're going to... Agbola scores on his debut. Again, that was another one that was a little on the lucky side, I want to say, because to be fair, their player did get past, but it pinged off Fernandez. Yeah, well, obviously Kovic has made a lot of mistakes. He's not very good. Forget it with the corner. It wasn't great. Katona gets it clear. Dunjierski. Tot. All the way back to Polyak. Dinks it out to Dunjierski. Fugete. Big ball forward to Milchon. And he hit the frame. Unfortunately, Polyak's not going to keep a clean sheet today. But that's fine. He's got 32 other games that he can keep clean sheets in. So it's been a fairly entertaining first half. Yeah, you might be winning, but don't let your performances drop. Just going to give everyone... actually, I don't need to give anyone else a bit of passion. They're all quite happy with it. How's Osmialic? Milchon's the one that's probably struggling more So I leave it for now. See how Osmialic gets on. If he, no, he's instantly picked up a knock. Yeah, thigh injury. He's straight down. And we make Tamas Kiss an inverted winger. So we have 2 inverted wingers, either side of the pitch. Normally I prefer to play one of them as an inside forward, but you leave Tamas Kiss run around as an inverted winger for a little while. See how he gets on. And that's quite the ball to... That was quite the clearance by the keeper. To get it straight to one of their attackers. And he just... Kovic just gets done. Dunjerski with the throw. The mask picks it up. Tries to get across in, doesn't, but Dunjerski picks it up. Gets past 2. Milchon! He's hit the crossbar again! Do we have anybody on the bench we can bring on that can play? Right, we're going to put Milchon there. We move Arglane up front, have Mask as the left winger. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Milchon's going to play as the complete wing back on the left, because I think he's played there occasionally. Bit of passion, lads. Come on. We're going to make our final substitution. Fernandez is going to come off for Semenov to make his debut, because Fernandez is just horrendously tired all the time. Like, if you ask him to play more than 70 minutes, he's just dying. But he is a very good centre back, so we've managed to somehow come away with a 3-2 win when we really should have smashed them. But I take a 3-2 win. Nice victory, well done, lads. Kovic 5.7. Yeah, he's not great. He's our backup left back this year, so it's not great. We'll have a look and see when we're going to come back for the... Is it for 2 weeks? Okay. We have to figure out what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks without one of our guaranteed starters, I suppose, with very little in the way of options other than him. So for the next episode, I think we come back for whoever we get in the cup and Puskás Akademika, because Puskás, last year's champions, I want to pummel them. I want to beat them. I want to absolutely destroy Puskás Akademika. I want to push for a top 4 finish this year. I know the board just wanted to avoid getting relegated. I want a top 4, and I know that the media expect us 5th. Was it 5th a while ago, or was it 6th? They had us. I want to be top 4. I want 4th at least. But ideally we be top 3. Anyway, like I said, back for the cup game and Puskás Akademika in the next episode. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!